So in today's video, we're going to compare two 2,000 calorie days of food side by side in order to explore the concept of nutrient density. A lot of people assume that if it's vegan, it's healthy. However, that's not the case. You can eat an entirely vegan diet and still not get all the nutrients you need in a day. On the other hand, it's also easy to undereat when first transitioning to a plant-based diet, like I did, if you're unaware of how few calories are in plant-based foods like fruits and vegetables. In short, nutrient-dense foods are foods that are high in nutrients, things like fiber, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, but they're lower in calories. Some examples of nutrient-dense foods are kale, blueberries, and sweet potato. On the other hand, calorie-dense foods are foods that are high in calories but lacking a lot of nutrients. That means these foods are high in sugars, sodium, and saturated fats. Examples of calorie-dense foods are things like sodas, fries, and donuts. So today I'm going to compare a homemade plant-based day of meals to a vegan, more fast food day of meals. Now, I'm not saying that eating fast food occasionally is bad. Trust me, none of the food in this video went to waste. But I do want to show that you can eat more and meet all of your nutritional needs on a well-planned plant-based diet. Okay, let's look at breakfast. So this pumpkin chocolate chip muffin I got from a bakery was massive, and I'm guessing Cronometer, which is the website I was using to calculate all of these nutrients, did not have an accurate estimation of how large this muffin was. But for convenience at breakfast, you could have a store-bought jumbo muffin and some strawberries, or you could plan ahead and make a homemade jumbo muffin, pair it with some strawberries as well, top it with peanut butter, some flaxseed, and pair it with an iced coffee with creamy oat milk. Yes, this is my favorite way to start the day, and you'll be getting a lot more protein and nutrients. Next up, we have some lunch, and I went out to Chipotle and got a burrito bowl full of brown rice, tofu sofritas, fajita veggies, lettuce, fresh tomato salsa, and guac. And to be honest, as you can see, I was kind of underwhelmed at the portion size. It just looked so small and ended up being so salty that I didn't even want to eat it. So what I like to do is make my own burrito bowls with romaine, brown rice, taco tofu crumbles, refried beans, salsa, homemade guac, and some baked tortilla chips made from corn tortillas. This makes a huge plate of food, is so flavorful, fills me up for hours. Plus, it has double the amount of protein than the Chipotle bowl and a third of the sodium. Now that's a win-win in my book. Okay, now it's snack time, and sadly, if you're eating the convenience food and trying to stick to 2,000 calories, you won't have any room for a snack. But if you're enjoying the homemade meals, you would have room for an apple and some almond butter. Next, let's look at dinner. So I went out and bought the Impossible Whopper and a small fry for the convenience fast food day of eating. And for the homemade food, I made a homemade burger with 2 slices of bread, some lettuce, tomato, ketchup, a Dr. Praeger's burger, and a side of roasted broccoli. Now, both of these meals are delicious, and my husband thoroughly enjoyed the Impossible Whopper, but he knows not to eat it all the time because he's getting about double the calories, a lot more saturated fat, and a day's worth of sodium in one meal. Okay, the end of the day has arrived, and sadly, again, if you're trying to stick to 2,000 calories while eating convenience junk food, you won't have any room in your day for dessert. But if you're enjoying some homemade food throughout the day, then you can enjoy a thick square of dark chocolate. So, in both of these days of eating, you'll get around 2,000 calories. But when it comes to the vegan convenience food day of eating, you'll be left at the end of the day lacking in a lot of vitamins and minerals, and being way over on your sodium intake. However, if you ate the homemade food, you would have met all your nutritional needs, enjoyed a larger quantity of food, more than doubled your fiber intake, and consumed 18 more grams of protein, which I know we're all concerned about, right? Again, I'm not trying to demonize vegan fast food, but a lot of the emails I get are from people that are switching to a plant-based diet for health reasons. So I thought showing these 2 days of eating side by side would give you an idea of some healthy swaps you can make to improve your health, lower your cholesterol, still while keeping you full and satisfied. If you're interested, I have a free PDF linked below that contains the calorie, ingredient, and nutrient breakdown for each day of eating, as well as all the recipes from the homemade day of eating and more information on nutrient density, so you can download that from the link below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I can share more nutritional or educational videos like it. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!